Hello, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Europa League prediction video. This time we're going to be taking a look at all the round of 16 matchups that are coming up. At the time I'm recording this, the draw hasn't even happened yet. The playoff rounds, which have just happened between the second place Europa League teams versus the third place Champions League teams from each group, have just ended today. So let's do a quick recap of how well I did on those predictions. Let's jump straight into it, starting off with Dorman versus Rangers. Now, Dorman are probably the favorites for many people in this. I still think Rangers are a team that have a lot of potential, though, to make this interesting. I'm still going for Dorman, but I think it's going to be close. I see it being a high-scoring battle. Dorman winning the first leg 4-2, and then on the second leg in Scotland, I think Rangers could pull off a draw 2-2. Dorman's still going through at the end, but yeah, anything can happen. I won't really be surprised if I'm wrong, honestly. Rangers can easily impress me, but I feel like Dorman still got it, even with their slip-ups lately. This is freaking wild, man. I literally predicted this exact same scoreline, except with Dorman winning in the first leg 4-2, while Rangers were the ones to win 4-2. And then in the second leg, they actually drew 2-2, which is absolutely mad. I knew for a fact it was going to be high scoring, as Dorman's defense have been all over the place, but I thought they'd be able to top Rangers, but that Holland injury definitely costed Dorman, and yeah, it was an absolutely tragic way to go out, even though it was a very interesting fight. I mean, bravo to Rangers. This really was a big test for this side. I knew it was possible for them to prove everybody wrong. But yeah, Dorman just absolutely disappointed, especially in that first leg when they were at home. But yeah, massive respect to Rangers. Fully deserved win. Next up, Zenit versus Real Betis. I see the first match finishing 1-1 in Russia. And in the second leg, I see Real Betis winning 2-1 and making it to the next round of Europa League. Alright, obviously the scoreline wasn't 100% accurate, but still, the aggregate was correct. Bravo to Real Betis for pulling through. They've been so impressive this season. But let's now move on to Barcelona versus Napoli. In the first matchup, I think Barcelona can win 2-1, and then once they play in Italia, they will draw 1-1 with Napoli. Way more high scoring than that in Italia, with an aggregate of 5-3. Bravo, Barcelona. And I always love seeing these kind of comments after I get a prediction right. Next up, Sheriff versus Braga. I'm going to say in the first match it finishes 1-1, and then when they go to Portugal, yes, when they play away, they will be Braga 1-0. Sheriff was so close, man. They bossed it at the first leg. Second leg, Braga bossed it, and then in penalties. Oh man, that was such a dramatic shootout as well. Sheriff absolutely bottled it at the beginning. Then it looked like they were making a comeback. Their keeper started to make some great saves. Bravo to Braga for proving me wrong, but hey, it was close. It's a bit heartbreaking to see Sheriff go down like this. I mean, they had such an incredible run in European football, bossing it against Crvena Zvezda and Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League qualifiers, beating sides like Real Madrid and Shakhtar in the Champions League itself. I thought they'd be able to at least put somewhat of a decent run in Europa League, at least get out of this round, but no. Braga absolutely proved their class and made a very, very good comeback in the second leg. Bravo to the Portuguese side. Now moving on to RB Leipzig versus Real Sociedad. In the first leg, I'm going for a 2-0 RB Leipzig win. And in the second one, I'm going for 3-1. Yeah, this one was a flip of a coin. Both of these sides were looking a bit iffy here and there. But RB Leipzig, I had a good feeling about this side. As you know, their Champions League draw was very unlucky. To be in a group with Manchester City and PSG, the Europa League knockouts are definitely a possible task for them to complete. I feel like they got it. Next up, Porto versus Lazio. I'm going to say in the first leg, it's a draw, finishing 1-1. And then in the second leg, Porto grab a 1-0 win in Italia. Way higher of an aggregate than that, 3-4 being the final. And yeah, on the second leg it finished 2-2. Lazio made it very, very interesting, but yeah, unfortunately they couldn't finish the comeback. Bravo to Porto. Now for Atalanta versus Olympiacos. I'm gonna say it's high scoring though. In the first leg, Atalanta went 3-1, but then in the second leg it's low scoring, 0-0. Yeah, the second leg was definitely not that close. Atalanta absolutely outclassed Olympiacos, but obviously I'm very happy for the lad Malinovsky, who got a double in this match. I mean, out of all the players on that given day, he deserved it. Now the final matchup we're looking at, Sevilla versus Dinamo Zagreb. I'm going to say in Sevilla, it finishes 2-0. And then the second leg in Zagreb, maybe Dinamo can pull off a win, but it's only going to be 1-0. Not enough. And Sevilla are going to make it to the next round in a tournament they're already very familiar with. Oh my gosh, I actually got that second leg prediction right. Dinamo got the win in Maximir, and we failed to do it. We got heartbroken just like I predicted. But yeah, I'm not necessarily surprised, as Sevilla are one of the Europa League favorites. Let's be honest, they always have been. But yeah, these are just my post-match reactions the day of. I'll see you all the next day after the Europa League draw. All right, the draw has officially happened today, and wow, lots of exciting matchups we've got. In my opinion, the majority of these matches are a flip of a coin. Let's start off by saying that lots of well-balanced teams coming up against each other. But hey, I'll do my best today. And yeah, last time we got 6 out of 8 correct. Hopefully we can improve on that score. We'll see though. As always, let me know your predictions in the comments below. Let's get into it. Starting off with the first match, Porto versus Lyon. Now, as we stated, Porto still haven't lost a single match in the Portuguese league. That is subject to change, obviously, but they're doing very, very well right now for themselves. 20 wins and 3 draws. Meanwhile, for Lyon, it's a different story in the French league. They got 10 wins, 9 draws, 6 losses in 8th place. They have the same amount of points though with 6th and 7th place Monaco and Nantes, all sharing 38. At the time recording this, things are definitely subject to change. But if you're doubting Lyon based on their domestic league performances, we gotta remember that they absolutely bossed their group in the Europa League. 5 wins and 1 draw, 16 points in first, while Rangers were in second with 8. As I've stated, even with Luis Diaz gone, joining Liverpool, Porto still have a very dangerous attack. The Iranian beast Taremi has been brilliant. Meanwhile, with Lyon, you got Moussa Dembele, Karl Toko Ekambi. I mean, when you just compare all the players in the squad, you can just tell this is going to be a very neck-and-neck battle. I feel like a decent amount of goals will come through in both of the fixtures as well. I'm going to say in the first leg at home, Porto were able to beat Lyon 2-0. It's going to be a massive result for them. In the second leg, Lyon will try to catch up, but similar to how it was for Porto versus Lazio, it's going to be a very intense battle. Finishing 2-2, I think that scoreline is going to happen yet again. Lyon might look like the better team in the second leg, but I think Porto will still be victorious at the end. Like I mentioned, they just slipped out of the Champions League. They were in a tough group in that, and I think they can make it somewhat far in Europa League, despite Lyon being absolutely terrific in the group stage. We'll see though. Next up, Real Betis versus Frankfurt. Frankfurt failed to get a single loss in the group stage, 3 wins and 3 draws. But you know, in the Bundesliga, they're sitting at 10th with 8 losses. Meanwhile, Real Betis is having a terrific season right now. 3rd place currently in La Liga. They did cut it very close with Zenit in the playoffs. And even though Frankfurt looked determined to go far in Europa League yet again, like they did a few years back when they had Jovic, something tells me Real Betis will come out on top on this. I mean, their determination in the team just looks higher than ever. They're having a phenomenal season, and I feel like they'll just keep going forward with the form they've been in. A very underrated team that I think deserves a lot of praise this year. Obviously, I could be wrong. Frankfurt could easily come out on top. Zenit almost did it themselves, and I definitely don't think it's going to be an easy task for Real Betis, even though I'm highly praising them right now. I think this is a matchup that definitely has potential to even go to penalties. I'm going to say in the first leg it finishes 2-2. Second leg it finishes 1-1. Yes, both legs I'm predicting will be a draw. And even though Real Betis will be the away team during the penalty shootout, I have the feeling they'll be able to do it. It'll be very tough, and I feel like it'll be that close of a matchup, but I have belief in Real Betis. We'll see though, and obviously good luck to Frankfurt as well. Next up, Sevilla versus West Ham. Sevilla are possibly en route to just completely wiping away Group H from the Europa League. They just knocked out Dinamo Zagreb obviously in the previous playoff run, and now they're about to play West Ham. And West Ham have looked promising at times throughout this season, but they also just randomly slip when they shouldn't be. Sevilla sit at 2nd in La Liga. West Ham sit at 6th in the Premier League. West Ham obviously look like a very motivated side that want to grab this European trophy. But it's just hard to ignore how well Sevilla have been doing lately. Despite Dinamo Zagreb nearly being able to do it on the second leg, they are just such a favorite in this tournament. Lopetegui is doing such a terrific job with them. I feel like I might regret this later, but I'm going to say Sevilla come out on top. They're just not a side I could see slipping this early in the Europa League. Although it's definitely possible, and West Ham are definitely capable of beating this giant. I see it being a low-scoring affair. Sevilla winning the first match 1-0 at home. And then the second leg, we'll see West Ham doing everything they can, but it will finish 0-0. It will be that low-scoring. 1-0 on aggregate, yes. But yeah, I think Sevilla have what it takes. Good luck to West Ham. Feel free to prove me wrong. But hey, I doubted Dinamo. I'm going to have to doubt West Ham as well. Next up, RB Leipzig versus Spartak Moscow. Many people are questioning RB Leipzig's status lately, but they're still pulling through, especially the main man, Christopher Nkunku. In the Bundesliga, this man's gotten 13 goals and 9 assists in 23 matches. In the Champions League, he's gotten 7 goals and 2 assists in 6 matches. What a player, but we also can't forget about Spartak Moscow's success in Europa League this year. They were on top in their group over the likes of Napoli and Leicester City. I mean, that's already a massive achievement on its own. They beat Napoli head-to-head to take that top spot. Despite that, most people probably banking on RB Leipzig to come out on top on this. I wouldn't necessarily rule off Spartak Moscow completely though. I'm going to say in the first matchup in Germany, RB Leipzig grab a 3-2 win. And the second one, I'm going to say they beat Spartak Moscow again, but it's still going to be close. 2-1, and I could see Spartak Moscow making it very, very interesting. But yeah, we shall see. Good luck to both of the teams. Let's move on now to Barcelona versus Galatasaray. Now, Barcelona look like they're massively improving lately. There's no denying that. In the second leg against Napoli, they were absolutely amazing, scoring 4 goals. But man, Galatasaray, on the other hand, they were in a very difficult group in the Europa League, and they still pulled through getting first. 3 wins and 3 draws against the likes of Lazio, Marseille, and Lokomotiv Moscow. Bravo to Galatasaray for doing this well. And truthfully, best of luck against Barcelona. It'll be a massive statement if they're able to come out on top on this. However, in the Turkish league, Galatasaray are not doing too well. They're in 13th right now. The new Barcelona signings have just really been impressing me. I'm sorry. Like, Aubameyang looks like he's picked up his form and motivation again. Ferran Torres didn't look great in the first leg against Napoli, but still a very promising player. The Barcelona midfield also obviously pulling their strings together wonderfully. I'm going to say Galatasaray can make it interesting, but they'll fail. In the first leg, I see Barcelona grabbing a 2-0 win against them. And in the second leg in Turkey, the atmosphere will be wild and the pressure will get to Barcelona. Galatasaray will grab a 1-0 win, but it won't be enough, and Barcelona will make it to the next round. Next up, one of the matchups I'm most looking forward to, Rangers versus Crvena Zvezda. As we talked about earlier, Rangers had a massive display against Borussia Dortmund, but we can't forget about Crvena Zvezda's success in the Europa League, topping their group. It's interesting because both these teams in their domestic league are not at where they wish to be. I mean, they're both at second place. Celtic in front of Rangers, Partizan in front of Crvena Zvezda. Very much of a flip of a coin matchup, and with Rangers' success against a team like Borussia Dortmund, I feel like most people are probably counting on Rangers to make it to the next round. I definitely understand the hype, without a doubt, but we can't rule out Crvena Zvezda. The Canadians will know. You can't forget about their goalkeeper, Milan Borjan, who is absolutely incredible. I'm not going to go too in-depth comparing the squads because they're just way too even. Definitely my favorite matchup here. Good luck to both of the teams. You'll probably know I'm going to be rooting for Crvena Zvezda in this. And I actually think they'll be able to come out on top, but barely. I think it's going to be a similar kind of occurrence to what Rangers had to deal with against Slavia Praha, where they unfortunately got heartbroken in the round of 16s. I'll say in the first leg in Scotland, it's going to finish 1-0. For Crvena Zvezda. And then in the second leg in Serbia, 1-1. And Crvena Zvezda go through. Bravo to Rangers for proving me wrong in my last prediction. I won't be surprised if they prove me wrong yet again. An absolutely terrific side. Yeah, I'm going for the Serbian club. Good luck though. But yeah, let's move on to Braga versus Monaco. Braga cutting it close to Sheriff, but they did it at the end. Monaco, we haven't seen them play in Europa League for some time, obviously, but in their group stage run, they were absolutely terrific in a very difficult group as well. Very interesting matchup, as Braga have been proving to be a side that you shouldn't be doubting, but you can't ignore Monaco's previous success. I'm going to say this one's very interesting. I think Braga can grab a win at home. It'll finish 2-1. The side will be hopeful, but then when they have to play away, I think Monaco will grab a 2-0 win. I'm sorry, Braga. Good luck. Prove me wrong. Despite Monaco being in 6th in the French league, I just truly think they have what it takes to make it to the next round. And now the final matchup we're looking at, Atalanta versus Bayern Leverkusen. Another flip of a coin one. Man, Atalanta smashed Olympiacos in the last round, while Bayern Leverkusen are having a pretty solid season themselves. Atalanta have so many underrated players though, in my opinion. Obviously, Bayern Leverkusen, if they don't play Asmon, they still got Schick, who's obviously very underrated as well. But I think that Atalanta will come out on top on this. It'll be close. I'm going to say in the first leg, Atalanta grab a 3-1 win. And then the second leg, Bayer Leverkusen grab a 2-1 win at their home ground. But it won't be enough. And Atalanta will make it through to the next round. Good luck to both the teams. Won't be surprised if I'm wrong, as Bayer Leverkusen have also been fantastic. Wow, all these matchups have been very tough to predict. Like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, very excited to see all this. These matchups are happening pretty soon as well. And then we've got the amazing international break for the rest of the World Cup qualifiers. Everything's happening at once. Gonna be awesome. And yeah, obviously the Conference League round of 16 playoff predictions will be next. Guys, make sure you stay tuned for that by hitting the subscribe button. Like this video if you enjoyed. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care. Lako noć.